Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the Rapture Universe, a sprawling sci-fi story that's part cosmic horror, well, it's about the impossible rise of a smuggler who just might be humanity's last hope. Now, to really get a feel for the stakes here, we're not going to start with our hero. Nope. We're starting at the end of a world to witness the arrival of an enemy that is, well, it's beyond comprehension. Just let that sink in, that one line. That's how the apocalypse begins. This is how the war starts. It's not some grand battle. It's just the complete and total unmaking of a planet called Thurn, and all 412 million souls on it. So who's the enemy? You might be thinking, some alien fleet, right? Wrong. It's something so much worse. The Draugr. They're described as a psychic contagion, basically the weaponized hungry ghosts of a world that humanity already destroyed once before. And this is the absolute horror that unfolds on Thurn. I mean, imagine this. A hole just tears open in the sky, and these wraith-like things just pour out. They literally pass through people, hollowing them out. And with every soul they eat, they become more real. It's a terrifying feedback loop of death. And here's what's truly chilling. This wasn't a random event. The energy signature from this disaster, it's a near-perfect match to another fallen world. Mr. This. This isn't just an attack, it's a pattern, and that's terrifying. Okay, so with that galaxy-ending threat established, let's hit rewind. It's time to meet the very unlikely guy at the center of this whole storm. This is Baldur Rane, and let's be super clear, he is not a hero, he's not a soldier. He's a cynical smuggler, he'd prefer import specialist, just trying to survive in the grimy underbelly of Rapture Station. His skills aren't about fighting armies, they're about knowing secrets and exploiting weakness. Which honestly might be exactly what humanity needs. For now, though, his only loyalty is to his next paycheck. Baldur's entire life gets turned upside down when he gets his hands on this, Vera. On the surface, it just looks like a wristband, but it's actually a piece of ancient, almost mythical Alfar technology, and it speaks directly into his mind, giving him access to secrets no human was ever meant to know. And this right here, this perfectly lays out Baldur's whole story arc. Vera is the thing that takes him from a self-serving criminal just trying to survive the day and transforms him into a reluctant leader fighting to survive a war for all of humanity. So what do you do when you have an ancient alien AI whispering secrets in your ear? Well, you start digging. And what Baldur finds is a truth so horrifying it forces him to act. The station's President Damian Axel, he's not just corrupt, he is actively profiting from the destruction of these worlds, all while hiding the truth about the Draugr from his own people. Baldur realizes there's only one way to save everyone. He has to take power himself. So he puts together this brilliant and absolutely ruthless political coup. He uses Vara's godlike powers and his own criminal connections to flip the entire government on its head in 5 clean, decisive moves. The peak of this whole plan is this incredible public showdown. President Axel is on live broadcast trying to shut down the feed that's exposing him when Vara just takes over every screen on the station and says, "You cannot cut me." It's the exact moment an ancient AI checkmates an entire human government. Amazing. So Baldur gets what he wanted. He's president of Rapture. But it turns out winning the political war, that was the easy part. Because the real enemy has just shown up at the front door. And as president, he's not just looking out for himself anymore. He is now responsible for every single one of the 1.4 billion people living on that station. The weight of that is just immense. The first siege kicks off. A colossal monster, a proto-titan, is literally clawing at the station's shields. And just as Baldur and his crew manage to fight it off, Vera hits him with this absolutely bone-chilling warning. The nightmare they just barely survived? Yeah, that was just the first wave. Rapture's defenses barely survived that first attack. They are absolutely not going to survive the next one. And this leads us to the central, impossible choice of the entire story. So Vara's true form, an ancient Alfar being made of pure energy called Variel, reveals a critical secret. The station isn't just a city, it's a weapon, and its ultimate defense is something called the Seal System, which was literally designed to shut down the Draugr's power. But of course, there's a catch, and it's a huge one. To control this weapon, a mortal mind has to perform a full neural merge with the alien AI. It's an act that could completely shatter Baldur's mind, his personality, his very soul. And that's what it all comes down to. This one final terrible choice for him, and by extension, for all of humanity. Does he stay the man he is and just watch his world burn? Or does he become something more and risk losing himself completely in the process? Does he stay Baldur Rane and doom everyone, or does he sacrifice his very identity to give them all a fighting chance? That is the question at the absolute heart of the Rapture universe. To stop the monsters, do you have to become one yourself?